Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Kwings Let's Plays. Sorry about the delay today. There was a bunch of stuff going on with me. I needed my rest. And there's going to be a very long Xenoblade thing today, so I was prepping for it. But how is everybody? Hopefully you guys having a fantastic day, and you're ready for more Nickelodeon racing. So, if you haven't already, I don't even know if the GIF played because I'm still kind of out it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and click that notification bell. Today's like goal is around 150 again. If we could rock that as quickly as possible, that'd be amazing. Also, I've been notified by YouTube that the wrestling video is now available again. I'm very sorry it took a while, but YouTube's dispute system takes a lot longer than it used to. They said they fixed the copyright system, but the copyright system, instead of things being resolved within a 24-hour period, it seems to take like 3 or 4 days, almost a week. But I hope you guys enjoy that wrestling video again, and I'm also able to make clips from that now too. So once a video has been blocked worldwide, I can't even make clips or download it or anything. So apologies for that. But let's get into the Nickelodeon today. If anybody has any information on how to unlock characters, maybe you can help out with that. That would be fantastic because I've looked. We are now 2 days after the game has officially come out and is out in the wild, and not much info for this game at all. In fact, when you try to look up stuff for how to unlock characters, it says the previous Nickelodeon game, which is Kart Racing 2. But anyway, today is Garfield, so we might, I don't know how we're doing in terms of, I don't think we can even do the Reptar thing yet. I don't know. I think we're still missing a cart, or not a cart, a cup. Let's see, let's go with, wait, what's going on? Oh, I know what's going on. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of out of it still. So we need the other one. I put the wrong account on. It's okay. I think I shared the streams. I might have made custom thingies. I don't remember. I was really out of it this morning. Yeah, I did advertise it. I just didn't I didn't do a lot with it. Yeah, eat your dinner, honey. I got this. Oh my gosh. Okay. At least I hope that. It looks like the wrestling thing is back. I guess if there's a recent comment on the video, then I'll know if it's back or not. 6 days ago, so it took them 6 days now. Yeah, I don't like their new system. 6 days, that's a bit excessive. Yeah, okay. Okay. So let's get Garfield in action here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this single player, everything should be back now. Let's see. How many points do I have? It shows you how often I've been playing this game. Not very much. I don't have very many points. Whoopsies. I don't even know if we've unlocked Odie yet. I don't know. I don't think so. Let's see, going to single player. The next cup should be Reptar. Reptar Special Cup. You learned millennial turns in a millennial things in a TikTok video. Dripping means cool. Okay. Oh, the Reptar Cup. It is available.
It's my first material possession.
Cool, cool. I guess we're doing the Reptar Cup. This is
Gee, can I
I
have
don't
a wish
understand the
too?
difference between this. Toy Palace, Retroland, Technodrome in Hawaii, Toy Place.
But I
I
gotta.
don't know where Hawaii was before,
Okay,
the Fire
you go.
Nation.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
so basically the Reptar Cup is just a collection of different, different cups you've actually played. So let's do that. We're gonna play as Garfield. And you guys have a poll up right now, I believe, somewhere. And it looks like Garfield is actually winning the poll. You know, I'm not used to still Garfield being owned by Nickelodeon. That's a weird thing for me. Oh, excuse me. Ah,
Take life with one nap at a
Garfield. Do you want Garfield to have a little car?
time. You gotta make
Do
your
you even
own
have any new
fun.
cars? You have kind of that car. Looks weird. Garfield in a dog car. I don't think that would be. I love the Foot Clan. What's wrong with the Foot Clan?
Take life with one nap at a time.
Yeah, Nickelodeon acquired the rights to Garfield like a year or two ago. I think he was in the first Nickelodeon racing game. But yeah, they bought the rights to Garfield. It's weird looking. Well, I mean, he's super popular. They didn't own him before.
When the lasagna runs
It's
out,
a weird looking
I get
car. I think I gotta stick to the motorcycle. I love Garfield. Garfield's fun. Garfield has a lot of heart. Turbo, acceleration. The Turtles bike.
I am hungry. Therefore, I am.
She's very small, but Zelda is a terror. Oh my goodness. Zuko.
The tissues are upstairs.
Well, I know they are. I don't need them right now. I might need them later. Facebook. Okay.
I'd like mornings better if they started later.
Hi, Zelda. Okay, here we go. Garfield time. In the Rugrats Toy
That
Palace.
wouldn't like me very much.
Playing the Reptar Cup. See how nasty the Reptar Cup is. Whoa. Already getting kind of beat around pretty bit.
Whoa.
Whoa. Alright. A little neck and neck with these guys. Oh my gosh.
I
So,
have to pretend to take this
tomorrow might actually be the return of Amber's, Disney thing. Yeah. To get you up to the point where you're ready for Scar 2 if you want. Oh. You're on the air, honey. Ow. Okay, alright.
Just great. What happened?
Oh. My character doesn't have anything to do.
Wasn't expecting that.
Okay.
You know it's Monday when you wake up and it's
Ow.
Tuesday. What?
Alright, let's go. And then on Tuesday is going to be the look at the new Ghostbusters game.
Whoa.
We had an offer for early access, but I missed out on the email. Without Tony around anymore, it's hard to keep track of all the messages that we get. Like Tony was amazing at he should have Zelda with no opposable thumbs run our PR email. So yeah, we missed out on the Ghostbusters thing. And I can't really get a hold of them because it's the weekend. You know, people don't really respond to stuff on the weekend. They're not in the office. Exactly, yeah, so... It was one of those cases where, like, hi Kwings, if you're interested in looking at the new Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, reply to this email and tell us what you would like a code for, either Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox. And I replied, but probably won't hear back from them until Monday. And I'll probably be sleeping when they send the code. So either we'd look at it Monday, or we'd get to look at it, you know, when it comes out on Tuesday. So, sorry about that, guys and gals, but I'm still looking forward to doing a stream of it, like, later this week, so. Oh, wow, I actually passed him. Oh, no!
Me, I wouldn't like me very much. Never trust a smiling
Dragon Ball
cat.
Breakers is tomorrow, so. Uh-oh.
Rats.
How did he pass me?
Later.
How did that happen? Honey, please don't distract. Just barely made it.
Goes wild.
Just barely made it. Wow. Dude, why am I dripping like crazy?
You're gonna have to get some tissue, put in your nose.
Alright, people, so, currently about, 11 minutes into the stream, we've got about 80 people watching. Let's get those likes up to 90 if we can. We're going to Hawaii.
Also, say thank you to my viewers, because they didn't take an hour and a half for me, and they didn't even get
Okay. And sorry there was no Smash Saturday, guys and gals. We're having problems with the other
Mornings
Switch.
better if they started later.
And hopefully it'll work later.
Never
Yeah.
trust a smiling cat.
Alright, here we go. Whoa! Uh-oh. I'm racing, sweetie. I can't right now. Whoa. Go Garfield!
Good thing I didn't just eat.
No, that's not good.
Take care of this.
Let's rock. Actually, Garfield's surprisingly fast. Excuse me, Invader Zim. Excuse me, Invader Zim. Alrighty. Gerald again, huh?
It's finally come to this.
Zelda. Oh, not Zelda. Does she have crunchies? Ow. Zelda, you have crunchies, you're fine. Oh, let's go. How did you pass me? Well, I mean, I drove terribly, so I mean, everybody's faster than me here in the Reptar Cup. Reptar Cup, everybody's destroying me, yo. I kind of look forward to seeing what Reptar is going to be like in this, actually. Whoa. Come on, Garfield. Let's ride. That dude is way up there. Hey Arnold's best friend is way up there. Final lap? Wow, the laps aren't very long, unlike in Mario Kart. Like, the laps actually go by pretty quick.
This isn't lasagna.
Oh, there you are. There you are. I see you. I see what you're doing. I see what's going on. This doesn't feel like Hawaii, though. This feels like the Fire Nation. The heck?
If I weren't me, I wouldn't like me very much.
No, there he is. 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 Come on, Garfield. Go, 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 go.
That's amazing.
Go, Garfield. Almost there. Almost there.
Hey!
Woo!
I did it.
That was too close. I thought for sure Gerald was going to beat me. Sweetheart, when you get a chance, can I have the tissues from upstairs, please? I'm having a little bit of issues. Alright, triple toy ball thing. What is this, race number 3? Retroland. What is Retroland supposed to be about? Anybody know what this, is a reference to? Is this Rocco's Modern World? Or maybe, Ren and Stimpy?
I'd like mornings better if they
I doubt
started-
this is a Hey Arnold level. Good job on the likes, guys and gals. Let's keep it up. We're almost at 100. About 18 away from 100 likes already. Thank you very much. Man, Gerald passes me like after the ease there. Why is it that April kind of looks like like Velma from behind a little bit? I keep thinking this is like Scooby-Doo's gonna randomly pop up and be here with the Nickelodeon cast.
Thing I didn't just eat. Never done.
But Hanna-Barbera and Nickelodeon have always kind of been, you know, rivals, so. Although the only company that really makes a lot of cartoons these days is Nickelodeon, I think. Or at least Nickelodeon used to make a lot of cartoons. I don't really know if they make a lot of cartoons now. Seems like this game relies a lot on nostalgia.
Later.
Whoa. How did he catch me so quickly? What in the world? I don't like when the hand comes up, Hans.
I don't do the chase thing.
Thank you, sweetie.
Cool will rule.
Alright, hello people of the chat. Thank you guys for being so patient with me in the last stream. Hope you guys are doing great.
Uh-oh.
Rats.
It's a laser.
I found out one of the
Hmm?
pizza places that I always see in Grove Hub that's really far away.
Uh-huh.
It's really close to where I go to church.
That's nice.
It looks like it might be a good pizza place. Maybe we could try it sometime.
Whoa, whoa.
Okay.
Also,
Final lap.
the Dunkin' Donuts over there, like 40 minutes away, is actually much better than the one
Okay.
here. They actually get the order right.
Yeah?
I mean, last time they gave you like a multi-seed
If I were
bagel when I
me,
asked
I
for
wouldn't
cinnamon
like
raisins.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I don't like that because they add all kinds of weird stuff to it.
You don't even like nuts. You like raisins.
I like raisins, yeah. I'm a raisin kind of guy.
I bet you were a fan of those raisins that played musical instruments.
California raisins?
I
my
don't even.
grandpa liked them.
What, didn't they have like an album? Or
Yep,
something?
they had you could buy merch and albums and stuff from them, yeah. Yep, that was back in the 80s and 90s, so.
Well, I had an interesting day. I was trying to explain the
Woo!
I was trying to explain the character of Black Adam to my dad.
Oh boy.
I was like, he's like Superman, but he has like powers like him, but he's an anti-hero. And my dad's like, uh-huh. I was just like, yeah, I don't think... 'cause my dad isn't a huge comic book person, so...
Yeah.
I don't know why I was telling him that. I guess I was just talking about whatever was on my mind.
That's okay. Alright, so the Technodrome.
And I was telling him that, like, we're gonna play a new Batman game. But I said they changed some stuff, like,
I'd like mornings
in the
better if they
game. So I
started
said, I don't
later.
know what we're gonna do if we're gonna... I said, I guess we'll just try to not say anything and try to enjoy the game. But I said, a lot of
Never
people
trust a
don't
smiling cat.
like things that they changed a lot of the characters. I said they wrote out some characters. But I said, maybe it'll be fun, yeah. But we're gonna try to have fun.
Do the best we can.
Yeah.
The only problem with it not being 60 frames per second, probably going to cause some issues with the internet.
Why would it not be 60 frames per second?
This isn't lasagna.
Because they were busy doing other things.
Oh.
The PC version is 60 frames per second, but in order for us to play cross-play with each other, we're going to be playing the Xbox version, which means I have to set up the new
If I were
Xbox
me,
like
I wouldn't like me very
Monday or
much.
Tuesday.
I don't know if I like Supergirl in purple. I mean, Batgirl. Like, I kind of like her in black instead. I just think she looks kind of weird.
She has her black costume.
She looks kind of weird.
She has tons of costumes. She's got costumes inspired by Cassandra Cain. She does not have a Stephanie Brown costume though.
Yeah.
I love the Stephanie Brown Batgirl one. But, I mean, the problem is we're going to see less and less of Stephanie because DC permanently changed Tim
It's
Drake.
like, it's almost like eliminate. They should make Stephanie continue to be there and have all these awkward moments. Like where Tim Drake is just like ordering stuff. And he's like, yeah, 2 burgers and a fry, please. And then Stephanie's there. Oh, hello, Newman.
It'd be nice if she treated Bernard like that, but she said it was the best day of her life when she finally got to meet Bernard. So, I mean, it wasn't the best day of her life. He broke up with her, like, off-panel, and then avoided her for 6 months.
Well, I mean, how could you say you... I mean, I thought I'm not trying to say, you know, like, I'm trying to be like, I don't like Bernard or something, but it's like...
Bernard's terrible.
It's more like, I'm trying to say, like, it feels like, how could... I don't like it when people have a really long relationship, and then they go, well, it really wasn't real anyway, because...
That's what they're doing.
If it wasn't real, then... That's pretty messed up to be dating someone that long, and it's all fake. Like, that seems really ridiculous, like... I was like, it reminds me of one of my... I don't mean to be like this person, but it reminds me of one of my friends that...
Did you just see that? I just phased through the ground. How do you come back from something like that?
I mean, I don't know. That's weird.
You can't.
It kind of reminds me of one of my friends. Like, I won't say who they are, but one of my friends, basically, they... You know, their family was Catholic, and so they didn't want to do a divorce, so they just pretended the marriage never happened. They just had it annulled after like 20 years. So it was like it was never real or it never happened. They pretended like it was never existed, and my friend told me. My friend told me that made it even worse for her. She would have rather they had a divorce because then it made it like it never happened, and it was horrible to think that it was never real. So, yeah, I think it's better to say that he really did love Stephanie. Like, I really did love you, but for some reason I just don't feel that way anymore. Like, you know?
Yeah, but
I don't think it's right to say it wasn't real.
The problem with the writing by that lady is she basically made it so that Steph is like the super accepting person that basically Tim stepped all over her heart and trampled it, but
I guess I won't be
in order to fit the agenda of these people online, Stephanie had to look like she was totally okay with it.
It's like Stephanie has to be the example of, like if somebody, you know, decides they're not into her anymore, like, oh, this is Stephanie showing the world how they need to act. Like, oh, if your boyfriend does this suddenly and tells you, oh, I'm not this way anymore, then you suddenly have to be like, okay, my heart's ripped in shreds, but I'm gonna pretend like everything's fine.
Hey, I did pretty well actually. Still no new characters though. Who wants this? New exhaust pipe. That was the final rate. Oh, ending credits. That's it. That's the game.
This is the whole end of the game.
This is the whole end of the game. You beat Reptar. You beat the game.
Oh, sorry for the.
No, you're fine. This is the official ending.
Well.
So, after you beat the Reptar thing, you get like a brief little cutscene, and then that's it. I mean, but it still doesn't show you... Yeah, Amber was doing...
I ruined it by drinking my coffee.
Why do you need a spoon in there, though? I don't understand that.
Because I don't have a place for the spoon to go after I stir it.
You stir it out there, and then you leave the spoon out there.
You know,
like, there's no reason to have it in there. It just makes excessive noise you don't need. Okay, so, I don't want to unlock her. And I don't need to unlock her, because I don't have enough. So that's good. 170. I mean, it just... I don't know. It feels like this game was just kind of... I wouldn't say rushed, but...
And between the last 2 videos, I showed Luca Jojo Siwa video.
I saw it.
Now he knows. Now he's like, okay, I know who she is. I'm not unlocking her.
Yeah. Yeah. So we already have Susie. I mean, I don't even... Has anybody figured out how to unlock the Ninja Turtles? Like, Donnie and Raph are the only ones I really care about.
That was fast as Crossfighter. Good game.
That's the whole game.
Garfield was the longest time was voiced by Lorenzo Music before he passed in 2001. This is DJ Williams.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Hi, Crossfighter. Good to see you, too. Great to see you. Hi, Lorray. Hi, says go, Luke, go.
Yeah, that
Hi,
was
Omar
quick.
says go, Luke. Hi, Sub-Zero. Hi, Elator Gator. Great to see you, Pat. Jacob Langwood. Hi, Tom and Super Duper Man. Great to see you guys and gals, Twin, and Saturday morning. So basically, I think I may have said I might try to do Splatoon tomorrow morning, but I'm gonna do something. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm gonna stream something tomorrow. I don't know what it's gonna be. It's either gonna be Splatoon, Overwatch, or something else.
Where in the world is Odie? Why did I think Odie was
I mean,
in there?
or I could try to do something in the afternoon. I don't know. I will think about it. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I was thinking about streaming in the morning one Sunday and then the next week stream in the afternoon. So I completely forgot what I was gonna do with that.
Alright, so that was Reptar.
Nice racing game, says Crossfighter.
It's a very short
It
racing
is
game, though. This is what? That was our 4th stream, we beat it. So now it comes to unlocking characters and checking out the,
I would love to see Luke do a review on this game.
This game?
Yeah, I think this would be a great game to get back into the review thing, because this game is every single person that I've seen coming into the chat in the last several days has said the same thing. This game is surprisingly looking decent. So, like, this game is literally going above people's expectations. From the cover of the game, it looks like it's going to be terrible by the cover. But in the actual game, it's actually really good. They really need better cover art.
It's part of a franchise of the Nickelodeon racing games, though. It's been Nickelodeon Kart Racing. This is the 3rd entry. So,
I should do a review on this.
This one has over 40 characters. The thing that I don't understand, though, is outside of the challenge, which only gives you about 6 characters you can unlock, they have 40 characters in total, right? And you can buy, like, pay in-game currency, like, I think you can unlock 10 of them. So where are the other 10 hidden characters then? Like, how do you, they don't tell you how, or even hints how to get Donatello or Raphael or...
And Prince Zuko, people are asking how to get him.
DLC. He was a pre-order item that...
Yeah, but...
I don't know.
Some people thought you could get him and unlock him by playing challenges eventually.
The challenges, there's only 6 challenge unlockable characters. Jenny, Powder Toast Man, Gerald from Hey Arnold, Abelina from Real Monsters, and I don't know who else.
Alright, Saturday Morning Fan says, I got this from the Game Facts forum. It says, Donatello seems to unlock in time trials by either beating 35 ghosts or racing against 36 ghosts. Not sure if it's true, says Saturday Morning Fan.
I mean, time trials is almost impossible.
Oh.
So wait. You're saying you can unlock him based on doing racing ghosts or trying to beat their best time? Because Raphael's best time is like 2 minutes and 3 seconds. There's no way. I tried for a long time to unlock Raphael in that one stream. I failed over and over again.
Saturday Morning Fan says, I watched somebody play through this with a different ending.
Huh.
DJ Williams says, you guys have missed my trivia about Garfield.
Oh, sorry about that.
In the chat. No, we're scrolling back to get it. We're gonna find it.
Don't walk,
Garfield for the longest time was voiced for Lorenzo Music before he passed in 2001. And maybe there's another Garfield. Who do you remember the longest time voice of Garfield, says DJ Williams.
Lorenzo Music. It's the Garfield I grew up
wasn't originally a Nickelodeon character. Do you remember who the longest time voice actor Garfield was? Oh, okay. BJ Williams was quizzing us this whole time. I guess Lorenzo Music, was it BJ Williams?
Yes, Lorenzo
I'm
Music.
sorry, I missed your trivia. I'm so sorry.
The voice of Peter Venkman from the Real Ghostbusters, the OG, Lorenzo Music. Challenge failed. Well, that's peachy. Try again. Try again! Challenge fail.
Oh wow, some people are canceling their pre-orders for Gotham Knights. Oh wow. Titan Gamer. I mean, I'm not surprised, like...
Well,
there's a lot of problems that are coming up in the game, between them removing Stephanie and the 30 frame rates per second.
People are mad about 4 things that I know of. They don't like that they removed Stephanie from the game because they changed Tim, so that's 2. They don't like the 30 frames per second. The ending of the game was leaked. They hate the ending, which I'm not going to get into. They don't like, Huh? Oh, yeah, you're doing that quite a bit. That's fine. Let's see, what was the other thing they didn't like? Oh, they don't like the dialogue in the game because it basically, like, the WB Games Montreal and Warner Brothers Games wanted to make a game, they said, that felt like real life, but in reality what they did is they made a game based on Twitter conversations, because I've been out in the real world, people aren't openly talking about things that people on Twitter believe they are. Like, people are very private, and they're not going out of their way to be very flamboyant and stuff like that. So, basically, I don't know if you guys played, the newest Saints Row game, like, was really bad because it was nothing like the original Saints Row. Like, they toned it down to try to get rid of, the, we'll say, adult audience that the game was geared for. And they changed it so much to the point where it was unrecognizable. A lot of people are expecting classic, like, funny goon battle, or goon discussions, like in, you know, like in Arkham. And the thugs in this game, they act and behave a different way that is kind of cringy. So...
in the Gotham Knights?
In Gotham Knights, yeah.
Oh,
Thug's speech was one of the funniest things.
Like, oh, I'm gonna, like, I'm gonna go, like, I don't know, I can't even make an example because most of it would be political.
The term is, it's very finger waggy. Like, there's a lot of stuff, like, because they hired a new narrative director right after, the Robin Urban Legends issue, like, there's even a lot of rumors going around that the game was actually delayed because they changed some of the in-game stuff to accommodate to Tim's change. Because you had Urban Legends happened, and then after Urban Legends, like literally a month after, the Gotham Knights Twitter went dark in 2021. And then they announced like 3 weeks later that they were delaying the game a whole year. They brought in a new narrative director that fit a certain stereotype of like colored hair and attitude and attacking fans, and that person got promoted and became like the lead narrative director over like the comic book guy that they had, Scott Snyder.
Wow.
And a lot of things of the game started to change.
Wait. Oh, stop. Oh, okay.
The guy who created the Court of Owls had a
Yeah,
bigger hand in the story.
Okay. I thought you said Zack Snyder at first.
No.
Okay, sorry.
In fact, this lady, she's getting kind of karma because people leak the story of the game and they're kind of dumping on her.
I wouldn't, like, I could just imagine the thugs being like, well, like, remember in that last game, or one of the Arkham games where they were talking in a not very good way about Harley Quinn? I can imagine them doing that to Batgirl and being like, man, Batgirl's so hot, you know what I'd want to do with her? And then one of the thugs would be like, oh, that's inappropriate to talk that way about women.
Yeah,
you should be, let's go hang out and have some wheatgrass. Okay, let's have a wheatgrass smoothie. You're on. Oh, wait, did you recycle your cup? No, I didn't. Oh, you know, even though we're bad guys, we should really recycle. Okay. Thank you.
There's a lot of cringy stuff in it.
I can imagine. That's how I'm imagining the thugs speak to me.
Like, I mean, they kind of showed their hand when... There's a scene where you have this thug in the first introduction level of the game where they are saying like all this like fancy science stuff when they're just like a thug like in like rags and stuff like that, but they're acting like there's this super intelligent professor with a PhD. There's a lot of like, I wouldn't even say like tongue-in-cheek humor or lowbrow humor. They make it very it's just not, they're trying too hard to be funny when the jokes don't even hit. Like in Arkham, there was
it doesn't hit natural.
No, it doesn't feel natural. I think that's the biggest problem. Like the world that they have, it's Zelda. No, shoot! What happened in the stream? Is it still going? it seems like she locked a bunch of stuff on the thing. I think we're okay. But she locked some keys on the computer. What was I going?
He said the jokes don't feel like the thugs would actually be talking, like it's not natural, like they would actually be saying
right.
that.
They say that it's a living world, but it's essentially Twitter. It's like the world that the developers live in. And
Oh, it's like where Twitter people, their only form of humor is hating on other people that disagree with them and make it like it's funny.
Pretty much.
Like, oh yeah, I saw what's his name, and oh yeah, as if I saw a person who did TikTok videos today, and they were doing YouTube shorts.
Yeah, it's definitely catered to
and
like
they
the
were
TikTok
very
generation.
they were like their humor was so weird. It was like I was like, oh, this is what TikTok humor is like. And it was kind of like, they did like a joke about, like everything is political with them. Like they did a joke about the pandemic and Putin, and then they said something offensive about certain groups of people, and then they were like, ha 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 ha, and it's just like, okay, well, why would that be a joke? Like, why are you joking about like horrible political things and making it like, oh, now I'm gonna blame all the world's problems on one group of people, and then that's my joke. It's like, how is that a joke? Like hating on people or trying to put down one group of people, it just doesn't seem like a joke.
Yeah. So instead of focusing on like a lot of, how did I fail? I did everything. Instead of focusing on like, you know, the funny aspect of the game with like what they call it, like Easter eggs and stuff, and building up a bigger world and hinting at different things. There's a lot of really weird stuff.
What I think is like I haven't even seen it, but I'm guessing what I really don't like about Twitter people is they're literally talking about like the news as if they're intimately involved in it. Like, oh yeah, blah 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 on the news, I bet they're really dumb or something. It's like, you don't even like, why do you care so much about the news? Like, why don't you just care about your own life? Like, you're literally obsessed with the news 24/7. Like, maybe you should, like, thugs wouldn't really care. They would be talking about what they're having for dinner, or like, oh man, my wife made lasagna again, or like, I don't know, just like, oh, you guys get a break with the Joker? Like, what kind of costumes do you guys have to wear? Like, it should be in that world. Like, I don't like it when people always are putting the outside world and the news onto their, like, they should just be talking about the people in that world. It's supposed to be escape from reality. Robin, Batgirl, Red Hood, like making fun of his...
People don't know how to do that.
Oh yeah, Red Hood. I wonder how he sees a thing in that mask or something. Like, that would be kind of fun.
They mention, the citizens will mention, like, you know how, like, in that one Spider-Man game, when the city was all dirty and stuff, and, like, over the course of the game, the more heroic things you did, like, the city started to behave more and, like, started to look cleaned up, and if you ignored certain crime, the city, like, reflected, like, what was going on, and people were agitated and stuff like that. That's what's going to go on with the Gotham game, and every once in a while, the Gotham citizens will mention things like, oh, wow, Red Hood is bigger than Batman, or, you know, I can't really get into it.
Zelda, why do you keep doing that?
She's going in the basement, because she's going to kill her stream. There's just a lot of weird stuff in it, which is, I mean, it's to be expected, because these people feel like they need to, like, force things into the game, because that's just how they do stuff in real life. So but another aspect of the game that people are upset about is the character conversations are very rigid. Like, there's a lot of awkward pausing that doesn't feel natural between the Bat family. Like, it's like they're waiting for the player to respond instead of, like, being natural with the cutscenes, like Arkham and Injustice and stuff like that, where things, like, kind of flowed. There's, like, at least a 15 to 10 second delay sometimes where the characters just aren't talking.
Why?
And they're expecting the player to do something. I don't know.
Why wouldn't they just keep the dialogue going while they're beating up bad guys?
They'll say something, like how you and I are having a conversation. They'll be talking about, well, you know, Mad Hatter used to do this with Batman, and then they finish their line, and then, like, a few seconds later, like, someone will chime in, how in the world did I lose again? They'll chime in like, oh yeah, I remember that incident, and then there's like this dead air.
Like so much of a pause.
Yeah, there's so much pauses.
Yeah, well, I will say, like, the last trailer that I saw for the Gotham Knights, like the cinematic one with Alfred talking over it, was a little bit cringe. One thing that stood out to me of the trailer was, like, I don't know if they're trying to promote this in the game, but they said, Bruce believed in all of us, and he knew that we could be better than he'll ever be. Which I thought that was kind of weird, because nobody even can be better than Bat. Like, there's no way Batman's sidekicks can be better than him. Also, I felt it was kind of weird because it's almost like they're trying to say, oh, because you have people of different types of people in a group, and, you also have, like a woman and stuff like this, they're trying to say that's better than just a man on his own. So I felt like they were trying to be kind of politically correct by saying Batman isn't good enough on his own. Like, you have to have a woman, you have to have a representation of everything.
Yeah, but can I just want to say something. As much as people have, like, leaned on the Arkham games for saying that the women look like very, we'll say, spicy or whatever. They look hot or whatever in their games. This game took it, like, they were trying to be whatever, but they made Batgirl's costume so short, like her cape, that when she's walking you can see her backside more defined than Batgirl in the previous game. Like,
wow.
yeah.
So
So they're acting holier than thou.
So they're trying to make,
but
so it's like her suit is like skin tight then.
Yeah.
And like so it's like they're pretending like they're trying to be really respectful to women and not make them wear anything revealing, yet their costume is actually looking worse than like Harley's costume.
Because Batgirl's cape in the original one actually covered from behind.
Because at least Harley's wearing a skirt and she's not wearing a skin-tight pants.
Well, I mean, she did wear skin-tight pants in some of them.
Yeah, but you can't really see
But I
it.
mean, it's like they have all this weird like talking points, but at the same time, they over.
It's like they say it.
They
like,
say that
this isn't right. We shouldn't do this,
Yeah.
and then they do it.
Yeah.
And then no one knows how to call them out because it's like, what?
No, you can't call them out because they're always
But
right.
it's like someone should be like, hey, why did you make Batgirl look like?
And then their argument is, well, you can get other but then they use the same argument that we use in fighting games, like gamers use. It's like, well, if you don't like that costume, there's another character. There's another costume that's more covered up later.
But they still did make that costume. They knew it looked like
right,
that.
but that's the excuse they always make with the Japanese developers, saying like you made something that you shouldn't have, even though you included these other costumes.
Yeah.
Their defensive argument is, because people called them out, they're like, I can't even say the terms used, but
right.
they say, well, there are other costumes in there, and it's like, but that's exactly the excuse that you use for saying that's not a reason the Japanese people do it with Street Fighter.
But the Japanese developers don't like try to finger wag people and say like,
no, they don't.
Right, so then they should be held to the standard they hold other people to.
Well, they're hypocrites.
Yeah, but they should be held to a higher standard because they're yelling at everyone else.
Oh my gosh, why? Why do I keep? Why is Stimpy so slow? How do they expect you to do this challenge?
So they're complete. Slow? Yeah, they contradict themselves. Then wow. Yeah. I feel like the whole thing with that. I feel like.
Yeah, the whole game is a living hypocrisy and contradiction of itself. Like, they're trying to be better than the Arkham games, but they made a product that just doesn't even stand in its shadow.
I think what they should have done, instead of trying to be better than the Arkham games, they should have just tried to be their own game and not compare it.
I have to restart because I just phased through the ground.
Yeah, you did.
Why do I always find the glitches? I'm just like, trying to play the game as normal.
I honestly feel like Gotham Knights is going to be like cringe every 3 seconds.
I don't. You can actually travel on rooftops, so you don't have to hear people. So I'm not going to be on the ground very much, even though people are like very excited about living in a city, and interacting with people. If I can avoid traveling on the ground, I'm going to be up like jumping on rooftops and using the back rappel and stuff because I don't want to be subjected to a lot of the brainwashing that they're trying to do, like the stuff they're trying to normalize when it's not even stuff that comes up in actual human conversations every day.
Exactly. Like I agree.
I go to the grocery store. I don't hear that stuff. I go to the movie theater. I don't hear people like doing all kinds of weird stuff.
Exactly. Like I don't like games in which people are always throwing F-bombs around in the grocery store or on the street.
It's not M-rated.
And also, I mean, I understand some people do that, but I'm saying usually you don't hear that everywhere you go. And then also, like, I don't like it when people are always talking about politics all the time, because I've lived in a lot of states. I've lived in Democrat and Republican more so states, either one. And nobody really talks about politics. People just talk about their groceries or their cat. Nobody's talking about it. Like, no matter what side you are in the political spectrum, most people aren't concerning themselves with that 24/7. And rightfully so. It's absolutely, it would drive you insane to talk about that all the time. Like, who really cares? Like, I mean, I understand Twitter does.
Because Twitter doesn't live in the real world. They live on Twitter. So, I mean, yeah, it feels like, once again, I mean, the sad thing is, Warner Brothers needs, like, a big hit. Like, Warner Brothers Games needs a big, you know, that big, like, wow factor. But it sounds like, because of the gameplay, because of not the story, but the world that you live in that game, it's not going to have that same impact for Batman fans as some of the other previous Batman games did, even with Batman not in it. Like, they didn't bring their A game. They brought, like, their C game, which is not something that David Zaslav is going to be very thrilled with, because, I mean, The Rock took a lot of gambles with Black Adam. We're not going to do spoilers, but he brought his A game, and he has a plan for the future. And, you know, the Rock's movie was good, and then Warner Discovery made it better. So, you know, I have no idea how to beat this person. They just keep passing me no matter what I do.
Am I allowed to say my opinion on this, or no? I don't know if I'm allowed.
I can't do this race. I've tried.
I'll try it.
No. I've tried it several times.
I'm gonna say an idea, but this is my personal thing. I think that as much as I give Tara Strong a hard time, she was excellent as Harley in the Arkham games. She was the perfect amount of, like, she was a great female character in that. She, you know, she cared. Not only did she was a loving, like, you know, girlfriend to Joker, but she also, I mean, she was evil, but for a bad guy, she was pretty cool, you know, kick-butt female. And honestly, she looked cute, she looked adorable, she looked super cute, exactly. You know, she had a cute personality, she was fun, and, you know, she's probably going to be way better of a female character than Batgirl is going to be in Gotham Knights.
Batgirl's not a bad character in Gotham Knights. She's not... I would just recommend, if people have the Jim Lee transmog, you know, instead of staring at her rear end, like, when she's crouching and stuff like that, which they say they don't make games for guys, but they made this game for guys. Like, they threw in whatever messaging they could in dialogue, but they did exactly what they criticized the industry for doing.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, is, like, instead of just lie and say, we're not going to make this for guys, and then go ahead and do it anyway, I think they should just be honest and be like, okay, well, we did do this to make Batgirl look like this so that guys would like this. That's what they should just be honest and then say it. I was thinking, like, you know what they should do is, that would be really fun if they did, like, a game that had, like, you know, like, the Birds of Prey movie really didn't work out very well, but they could do a great, like, Bad Girls, like, game for Arkham, you know, like, you know, I really think that there's too much pressure on, like, women to be, like, the example, because no matter what you do, you're gonna fail. If you look pretty, they're gonna say that you look, you know, inappropriate. If you don't look pretty and you're covered up, they're gonna say you look frumpy and you look stupid and you're not okay with your own body, you don't like yourself. So whatever you do as a female heroine, or as a woman in real life and in the game, whatever you do as a woman in today's age and in gaming age as a character model, you cannot win. Everyone always hates you as a good guy, so you should just be a bad. They should make a girl. They should make a game with.
Excuse me. Game Mill, whoever made this game, you guys really need to do a better job. This is the third or fourth time I've had to restart a level where literally the character phases through the road and you can't play. Like, these type of glitches is unacceptable. Like, somebody needs to, like, contact them. I'm going to be contacting their Twitter, letting them know that this game has several instances where literally the character phases through the road.
Yeah.
And I also had the other day, the character was like flying 3 or 4 inches above the road
Oops.
when I was trying to do a time trial that involved going through rings, and there was no way that my character could go through the rings because he kept phasing either through the stage or he was flying above the stage, and it was a time level. Like, I needed to collect these little, like, clocks, and it wouldn't, it wouldn't do anything. Like, no matter what. So, I mean, this is going to make doing the challenges almost impossible because you can't finish them. And they also, this happened a lot during the time trials, too, to the point where it's like, if I was supposed to do the time trials to unlock characters, they need to make it so it's kind of possible and that the game doesn't, like, break around you. So basically, how this glitch is happening is, I hit the ramp, and I do the turbo jump that the game requires me to do, and then I phase right through the map. If I don't do the turbo and I don't do the drifting, then the character can't catch up to the other people who are beating him.
Right. Oh, yeah, exactly. So if you do what you need to do to be fast enough, then you phase through. If you go slowly, then you can't possibly win the race.
Also, these challenges, they strictly prevent you from actually getting the power-ups you need. They give you terrible power-ups to go after and win the races. Like, right now, I would need moves that would basically be like a Mario mushroom to catch up to the people that I need to. All it does is give me, like, offensive weaponry to fight back or something like that, but it's not really good weapons. It's not like a heat-seeking ability. It's nothing that's really going to be beneficial to Zim right now. Like, Zim would need an ability to go, see? And right there, that person easily bypassed me because they got some type of, like, speed-up ability. And there's no way to catch them,
Yeah.
It's just, it's kind of impossible.
I was just thinking it would be kind of fun, like, having a game. I'd like to see a game where Batgirl was forced to team up with, like, Harley Quinn and, like, another bad girl or something. And it would be kind of cute. It'd be fun. I would like to see a game like that.
Oh, another thing they did in the game, too, that is causing people to be annoyed, they've added so many copyrighted, like, artists.
Oh, no.
So there's instances where throughout the game, before boss battles, that they actually play copyrighted music from music artists today and music artists in the past, which is something that Arkham never did, because that actually makes things dated. Like, when you add music from today in your game,
it doesn't make your game timeless.
It's not timeless anymore because it's not that world. And yeah,
you're bringing your own world into the game world. The game world's supposed to be escape from reality, not supposed to bring politics and the music of today and everything into your game, because then your game is like set in 2022.
The game is set in 2022.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the game.
Arkham was a very atmospheric thing that was its own separate continuity. This thing is going to reflect real life.
That's what I don't like, though.
Yeah.
The whole point of gaming is we can escape from life, because life sucks.
Pretty much, yeah.
So why would you want to think about your actual life while you're playing the game? The whole point of the game is to escape from your life.
See how you can't change your power-ups? Like, right now, I just went on, like, basically the Mario thingy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they call it, like, the question marks, and I gathered what I thought I needed. But, it doesn't, it only gives me power-ups to defend myself or attack. But these other people, they get the mushrooms, they get the speed-up abilities, and look at how easily they bypass me every single time. Like, how do you maintain your lead if this is not a level where you can drift to get speed boosts? Like, the road does not last that long for you to build up your speed, and when you try to do the speed boosts in this, by drifting, what happens is your character gets hit by other people, and you can't catch up to them.
I know, sweetheart.
So, I'm just saying, like, how do they expect you to do these challenges?
At least you have all of us supporting you.
I know, but I don't want people to keep watching gameplay that's failing. Like, it really,
well,
it starts
do you want
to...
to try, can you try a different challenge for a little bit?
These are the last challenges. Powder Toast Man is the last character we need to unlock, like, in terms of the challenges. So.
I don't know. I mean, I think that people in general have, I think that if the game wasn't delayed so much, then all of these horrible things about the game, we would have just been hit with a ton of bricks and found them out when we were playing. But now it's like we hear one bad thing, another bad thing, and it's like so many bad things.
That's why I said, like, a lot of people are like, well, this is a big AAA game. It's like, I don't even think it's a double A game.
It's like, would I feel like this game is gonna be like, would you play Marvel's Avengers or would you play this game? Marvel's Avengers might be more enjoyable because at least it doesn't have all this garbage in it.
Marvel Avengers, like, gameplay was kind of so-so though. Like,
Yeah,
if this game
was.
actually has good gameplay, then I'd say it gets kind of a pass. You can just kind of mute the annoying sections, or, you know, eventually just by memory kind of avoid where some of these, like, random, like, dialogue things are gonna pop up, or you know, maybe not go back to the Beltree and have Tim Drake talking about weird stuff.
I feel like saying is Marvel's Avengers better than this game is like saying is drinking a glass of juice from your fridge while standing on a normal floor better than
That's oddly specific.
Than drinking a delicious smoothie of a game stepping on a floor of spikes.
What?
I would rather have regular juice than a normal floor. I would say Marvel's Adventures would be juice.
I was thinking that would be a fun character. Like, who wouldn't want to play as Baxter Stockman, the Fly? But he's just a
Oh, that would be cute.
No, he's just a assist, or not an assist. He's a what do they call it, a crew member.
Yeah.
So this one says win the race without being eliminated.
Oh,
so
he's a crew member.
There's a lot of these tough races. No elimination.
Yeah, so I don't know.
But probably the best game that's actually coming out this week
Mario Rabbids
is the Mario Rabbids game. Yeah,
it's gonna be really good. Honestly, I kind of almost, when I was watching the trailer for Mario Rabbids, I was like, wow, this footage looks almost better than the Mario movie that's releasing. Like, the cutscenes look so good. It looks like better than an animated movie.
No way I'll lose.
So, one thing that they announced to try to get people to get off their back about the 30 frames per second, there is a 4-player mode coming November 29th to Gotham Knights.
Oh,
if the game survives
before
that
it was
long.
2-player.
Well, no, it's basically, it's kind of like a challenge map that you can play with 4 players.
Oh.
But they still haven't announced if the game's going to have challenge maps. Like, there's like some AR...
A challenge.
There's like some AR training thingies where you can work with Batman or whatever in the past sense. And the freaky thing is he's aware that he's dead. Like, the AI that's like working with you even tells them, hey, you guys need to focus even though I'm gone because you got work to do. And it's just...
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's disturbing.
It's really weird.
It should have been like working with him from the past would have been better than like working with dead Batman.
Yeah.
That's weird. Oh, that's weird. I have to say though, may I say something about the Mario movie? When Bowser was talking, I noticed that they morphed his face to look kind of like Jack Black's face and facial expressions.
I don't appreciate that. All right.
What?
Nothing. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that they did morph his face to look
win the race without being eliminated. What does that mean? I mean, I can't take any damage? Like, because last time I got hit by some type of in-game obstacle and it can't... Oh, I have a health bar! That's what that means! So I literally can't take... I can get 3 hits and then that's it. And I think I can't even bump into the side of the wall, actually. Hang on, let me see. You know, actually, I'm not going to test that theory. I'm not going to bang into the side of the wall.
I kind of like seeing Mario Sparks of Hope with normal Bowser again.
Because, the normal Bowser?
Because when Bowser smiled as Jack Black, his smile looked like Jack Black's smile.
Yeah.
And it kind of creeped me out because I was like, that's not Bowser, that's Jack Black possessed by Bowser, or the other way around.
Whoa. Wait, if you hit the drivers, you take damage? You do not. You do not. There's no way. You actually have to hit the drivers to pass them. What in the world is this game? Like, the accessibility difference in like... The difference between the challenges and the actual game is staggering. It's like not just the easy factor, it's like you're playing two different games. Like, you're playing two different types of racing games. Like, the actual main game is actually kind of fun, but the challenges are just like... They raise the bar to, like, an insane degree compared to, like, not even accessibility. I don't even know where to place this. Like, as a reviewer, I would be, like, kind of furious with them at this point because, like, playing the actual races doesn't prepare you for what the challenges is. The actual story of the game, the racing and stuff is just like, you know, just kind of like fun and whatever, you know, you're hanging out with the Nickelodeon characters. The challenges is what would make you, like, if this was like a disc-based game, you'd probably be tempted to go to where the disc is and snap it in half. Because it's just like, it's insane. It's like if you were playing like the Crash Bandicoot games and that was the default difficulty like at the beginning. Like there's no way to mediate it. It's just like you bump into the characters, you lose stamina here. You tap the side of the wall, you lose stuff. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. And they expect you to win the race too. So how do they... I mean, I don't know. This is kind of nuts. And also, I've noticed too the amount of how ahead the computer player can get in the challenges compared to the actual races, even on normal and hard difficulty, is just ludicrous. The only way you'd have to like drive a completely perfect race, not hit the side of the wall, take any damage, and even then you might not even catch up to the lead character. Like, that is just insane.
How are they catching up to you, hacks? Says OH. Oh, that was a while ago.
It's not really hacks, though. I mean, they just...
It feels like they are, because it's like, how are they doing it when your car's phasing through?
No, my car's not phasing through anymore.
Oh, okay. Why would... I'm reading it from way... That was a comment from way back then. It was like 10 minutes ago. Sorry about that, guys. I'm way behind the chat. Why would Batman lore game have real-life songs in it, says Sammy Samurai King? Yeah, exactly.
Because the songs have a message. Like, a lot of the song selections that they picked are kind of like Twitter national anthem stuff. I don't really want to get into it, but there's a lot of weird stuff. So, I mean, just be prepared for us to mute stuff, like, when we hear things.
Well, also, it's going to be copyrighted as well.
No, I'm just talking about, like, I don't want to hear certain dialogue options, because I want to actually be...
I don't like it when
I want
it's
to be
stressful.
I want to be happy playing the game, you know? I'm kind of bummed that I'm not really going to be laughing at a lot of the humor, because it's not even, like, Frasier humor, or, like Batman humor, or anything. It's kind of like some of those weird shows that I don't even watch today, they're not really funny, but people think they're funny.
Oh, right, the shows that pretend to be reality shows?
No, I'm talking about today's comedies that aren't really funny. Like, it's about a lot of reflections of what people think today is, but today's not really like that. Like, Seinfeld was a timeless show that didn't really have 90s or 80s dated humor. It was like they just made fun of, like, situations that were going on. You can't even get hit by obstacles from other drivers? But that's part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's why Seinfeld is funny, because it's about things that people, like, still deal with today. Like, you can't find a spot in the huge, like, the several tiered, like, parking meter thing. Like, you know, and you have your mailman getting mad at you. Like, normal things that could happen even today.
Don't put your trash outside.
Yeah, exactly. Like, normal thing, like, just day-to-day things. Like, it doesn't matter what decade you're in. This happens all the time to people. Yeah, it's just like a show about nothing. Exactly. I think that's why people still like watching it. That's what I don't like.
When you go back and you watch Seinfeld, it doesn't feel like you're watching a show in the 90s.
I mean, it could have happened today. Yeah, it could have happened last week. Like, you could go to there's diners still around. Like, everything in the show is still really around still.
Yeah.
People still pitch sitcoms.
I don't think I'm actually going to be able to do these challenges. I took damage just from slamming into the wall.
It's just the difference between, like, a show that It's like different kind of humor. Like there's like negative humor, and then there's just like normal humor. Like I don't like how a lot of shows today have very like negative humor, like making fun of. Ironically, a lot of the humor today is making fun of certain groups of people. Yet the whole point of the modern times is to not make fun of groups of
No,
people. Yet that's
it's-
all they seem to do.
It's not certain groups of people. The people who make games today make fun of normal people.
Oh.
Whereas the normal people don't even necessarily make fun of like other like, you know, minority groups and stuff like that. But oh my gosh, it just went right through the thing again. So I mean, there's a lot of just making like their jokes is making fun of like working people and, you know, married couples and
Wow, that's rude.
yeah, I've heard a lot of really weird stuff in Gotham Knights.
Why
Like
would you make fun of people working
they
hard?
build up other types of conversations on Twitter, and then the more normal ones, they're like, you know, they make that kind of like
Yeah, I don't like it how people go, you probably have this and this when you go home. It's like, how would you know? Like, it's like they make up things about people and act like, oh, this is probably how they really are. They're probably really not happy. It's like, but you're just...
yeah.
It's like you're just putting people down to make yourself feel better, like
So,
it's funny.
If people played like
Rude.
the last Saints Row game, the one before like the remake or whatever, then you can kind of see like there's just I really wish that they would have brought their A game. Like, I mean, the more I keep hearing about the game, it's like, honestly, you know, if I wasn't a YouTuber, I'd probably boycott it because there's too many things in there that I am not I'm very uncomfortable with, and I don't want to be ear raped and stuff with certain things. And you know, it's not really gonna feel like it's basically like all my troll people on Twitter that I don't like that pester me and stuff like that is the kind of conversations that I'm gonna have to hear from everything from thugs to the Bat family to the people in the city. I'm also gonna have to be worried about copyrighted music, and there's just so much going on that I'm constantly gonna be on guard.
It's
Where
like all modern humor is just finding someone you're jealous of or you wish was unhappy like you, saying something horrible to them and then laughing. And that's like the joke. And it's kind of like putting people down as the joke.
I guess
It's just kind of weird because it's like, well, why would that be a joke? Like, so only people who hate their own lives and love putting other people down would find the humor in Gotham Knights fun.
yeah. I mean, what was really fun about Arkham too is the thugs would talk about like completely random things, like, you know, I'm Arkham Origins, the one dude is talking about his daughter, you know, he wants to get her a toy and stuff, and the other thug is reaming him, you know, for not pre-ordering something, or, you know, maybe having his wife pick up something, or, you know, those type of like funny, like kind of like just random, like, oh, I can't believe the thug has like a kid and stuff.
Like, it's normal day-to-day stuff like that people can relate to.
They're
Makes them relatable.
right. There really is no normalcy. It's just Twitter combos. So, I mean, if people see what Twitter talks about all the time and Tumblr, then you have a rough idea of what to expect from the, quote, living world of Gotham.
I'm ready for
Yeah, I
anything.
find it weird, like, I even find TikTokers that are like, oh, I'm gonna make fun of every mom ever, and they're like, my life is perfect, and I have to make sure everything's perfect after I'm really rude to my kids, and I hate my husband, and then they're like, oh, that's a joke I did, and it's like, how is this a joke? You just made fun of all moms, saying that mothers are terrible. That's extremely rude. That's like jokes that TikTokers do. And it's just like, why would you mistreat moms? It's so awful.
I knew that there
like,
was...
you must be a horrible person to make a joke like that.
I knew there was a problem when the lead narrative director like took to, I think it was Reddit or Reset Era or something a few days ago, and they did a Q&A, and they basically explained what their Gotham is, and then I was like, well, it can't be that bad, so I watched some free roaming footage, and I was listening to some of the conversations that some of these YouTubers posted, and I was just absolutely appalled.
Yeah.
It was just like, you know, I mean...
I think people find it fun when their lives are terrible or they hate themselves. They think it's hilarious to imagine that the whole world also hates themselves and is horrible and everything's a lie. No one is really happy, and all these images of happy families or people being kind to each other is a lie.
I don't think you really understand what I mean.
And then they think that that's funny to think about, everyone else being miserable.
No, I don't.
Okay, well then I guess I'll see it when I see it.
I mean, the only way to say it is I have to use a buzzword. Basically, it's a game that's made for SJWs. Like there's hardly any normalcy in the game. They took the Batman property, they changed some aspects of it. They got rid of like the big masculine character. They make Red Hood out to be kind of an idiot, and he's like this big buff, like, you know, macho guy. They make Nightwing out to be kind of like, some of his dialogue is, you know, like that of an ally. They do some weird stuff with Tim. Batgirl is kind of annoying, but not. There's no other way of saying it. It's Saint Row Gotham, like new Saints Row Gotham, and it's disappointing because like people wanted, you know, a good Batman game. We've been waiting so long, and it's just like they dropped the ball. So I mean, there's no other way. Saint Row Knights, yeah, that's you know, I don't want to be the guy to say it, but like if people are expecting like that kind of like being lost in the world type thing that Arkham was, or even the Injustice games, or like some of the superhero games that came out, I don't even remember the Avengers game being like this, like hit you over the head, like annoying. The Avengers game had some weird stuff every once in a while that it said, but it's constant in Gotham Knights. It's just like...
Well, I don't want to hear the dialogue then. It sounds horrible.
There's nothing you can do. You don't know when it's going to happen. Like, the first playthrough, you're going to hear it. You know, so...
I'll bring you my easy listening earbuds.
Easy listening earbuds.
I'll have one earbud and I can listen to peaceful waves of the ocean.
So before, basically, when I snuck up behind enemies, I let them have conversations. I'm not going to let the thugs finish their you know,
yeah,
their
I mean,
stuff.
I can get you some peaceful ocean waves so you don't have to worry about
No, I'll be fine. But I used to actually pace myself when I was doing stealth takedowns and stuff like that.
Some games, when I really hate the dialogue, I just turn it on mute.
I can't do it on mute because I have to hear it because of like where I'm supposed to go, because you get clues from things.
We should have a bunch of people sign a petition. Is there any way we can turn off your dialogue? Can you please make an option for that? Because it's so cringe. No one wants to buy your game unless we can turn the dialogue off because you completely ruined it. Could you please do that? Thanks. Please do that now.
I mean, if they hadn't hired this lady, I think Gotham Knights would have been fine, because from what I remember them showing the game, the pre-alpha or whatever, the alpha section, before this lady was hired a year ago or whatever, it felt like a completely different game than the finished product. You know? Yeah. But
I never played Saints Row. I don't know what it is like.
Saints Row used to be a game that had frat boy humor, and then it became a game that had SJW humor. So
no humor now.
Whatever they find funny, I don't know. It's
putting people down.
It's basically that clique. It's a weird clique, like of weirdos, that just think everything normal is like, whatever. They just make fun of it. It's just weird. It's like, I don't hang out with that circle, you know. I don't like mean people, so you know.
Well, we can talk about something else. I'm sorry for talking about this game this whole time. I actually am starting to feel sick.
It's fine.
I wish I had not talked about it now. I wish I did not know.
I was trying.
Now I'm gonna be focusing on the next one. Now I am gonna be watching trailers of the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, even though we don't even know the date. I'm just gonna pretend Gotham Knights doesn't exist. I don't really wanna. I don't like mean people either.
I don't think Gotham Knights is gonna have a very long lifespan.
I don't want to do 4. Then why are we doing 4 playthroughs of it? We should just do 1 and then be done with it.
Because I need the cross. I've been planning on this for years. I need the cross promotion.
But you were planning on a game that was good, and that game never happened.
Doesn't matter. People are gonna be searching for it. I need to, you know. I don't know if I'm doing. I'm trying to find out from people who have the game currently, like what the Tim Drake run is, so I can kind of gauge what I'm gonna do with it.
I'm gonna bring my earbuds then. Yeah. I am literally gonna put my earbuds in and listen to peaceful music. I'm literally. I can't handle it. I don't. Why should I have to handle like really negative stuff for like hours and hours for days on it. I'm not doing that.
No way.
Well,
I'll
I mean,
lose.
we'll have Nightwing and Batgirl, so I mean, they'll have like dialogue between each other, which won't be too cringe. So, and also, like, I wouldn't recommend being on the ground too much. Like, I'd stay away from citizens and just take down enemies quickly so they don't have time to talk about weird stuff. Like, the problem is, you'll just, if you let them talk, they're gonna say stupid stuff that will probably. Why did it say wrong way? That was weird.
You're going the correct way.
I know, it had a glitch. It said a wrong way.
I think it was just for a second.
The
Well, I
game
feel
recognized it.
I feel like I'm swarmed in dark ooze of negativity right now. We need something else to think about. I don't want to think about this.
Well,
I need some pizza.
You can go eat.
I don't want to eat. I need to order
No
pizza.
way
I
I'll
need
lose.
something good to happen.
You can't order pizza. You have pizza here. You finish the pizza you have.
No, I meant I need something good to happen. Like something good to fall out of the sky to make me think about something.
No, there's nothing good that's gonna fall out of the sky. The Ghostbusters game looks really good. You start out with playing, or Dan Aykroyd introduces the player to the world of Ghostbusters just like he did in the 2009 game.
Are you doing it now? Or when does that come out?
Tuesday. Tuesday. We'll get to look at it for like 1 or 2 days. And then
April looks alright, but she doesn't look as good as in some other games.
we already talked about the 30 frames per second like Gotham Knights thing.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while.
They cut corners in the game development, and they did pretty good with the PC, but they spared no expense for in-game dialogue, cringy aspects of the game,
Adding copyrighted music.
to some aspects of it.
Saying that Batgirl they weren't gonna make her look bad, like inappropriate, but then making her look completely inappropriate.
Yeah, because this is a game that a lot of female developers worked on. It wasn't gonna be a frat boy game, but they still ended up
But yet it is.
making Batgirl like over-sexualized.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I failed. Yeah, I'm done with this challenge. This one's impossible. Sorry guys, can't do this challenge.
Thank you.
I
for the
try.
super chat.
I try for about 15 minutes to get through the challenge. If I can, I do it. If not, this one is impossible. I will tell you why this one's impossible. You can't hit the side of the road. You lose damage. You can't get attacked by the other drivers. You lose damage. You can't tap into the other drivers. You lose damage.
Try it.
No. Why would you do any better than I did?
I just want to try it.
Fine, I'll prove. Fine. But okay, so you can't tap the other drivers, so you lose damage. You can't get hit by items. You can't hit the obstacles. The game will randomly turn you around. You have to win the race. There's like 5 or 6 things that just never happen in this challenge. Like, this is broken. This needs to be patched. There's no way you can do it. Impossible.
What's the button to go?
No way I'll
Top
lose.
button. ZR.
Well,
You can't tap into them. You can't hit the wall. You can't hit
why
obstacles.
can't I tap into?
You'll lose. You see that little heart thingy you have there? When that goes to 0, you lose. If you lose the race, you lose. Because you actually have to get into them in order to pass them. Like, if you take a boost and you hit the wall, you're going to take damage. If you hit a trap or anything. So you have to win the race. It's impossible. Also, if you turn around, you lose. There are also items that'll literally, like, if you get like a red box over your head, you're going to have to restart your game because it's going to take all your health. No matter what you do, there's like this red question mark item that pops like as a weapon of some kind. So, yep. I'm not giving up easily. I've been playing it for over 20 minutes, OH.
Totally cool.
You get a time up. Alright, I tried the race. Giving up easily? I tried for over 20 minutes. The one race. You're still not going fast enough to catch them. You have to go faster.
Luke, you just said that and it messed me up.
You were going to lose anyway. You were in 5th place.
No, I wasn't. Just please, Luke.
Watch it.
I get one more chance now because you messed me up.
That's fine.
Watch it. It's time.
See?
That wasn't. Don't say anything mean while I'm doing it. Don't say you're gonna lose.
I was just proving a point. This challenge is impossible.
You're like Calvin and I'm Susie. You're being not very nice boy.
Calvin and... did you just do a Calvin and Hobbes reference?
You're making your no girls allowed
No
sign.
way I'll
No.
lose.
Yep. I'm doing it.
See ya.
Yeah, quit it.
Oh, yeah. Totally cool.
And I am gonna go slow so I don't hit the wall.
I know, but you have to get first to win. There's no
I
qualifying.
don't care about that right now. I care about surviving.
Okay.
I'm just gonna concentrate on surviving. Then I'll worry about being fast. Surviving is my first priority.
Not cool, dude. They don't call me Air Mikey. We aren't just turtles. We're brothers.
The best I can do is second.
That was rad.
Yeah, but the problem is when you be overly cautious, you still lose, though.
Oh, Luke, every time!
Well, I have to say something, honey. I'm not doing dead air.
You can talk about the weather!
What about... There's nothing going on with the weather.
Gosh. What do you think I have to do when I make up stuff when I have no idea anything about Batman?
It's
Oh, look at the
time we
colors.
end this.
This Batgirl's a different color cape. I don't know, just make up anything. Look at the walls. They have green on them.
No, I could easily
what I
keep...
do
I can
normally.
easily keep talking about Gotham, but you said you didn't want to.
I don't care if you talk about it as long as you don't say anything negative about it.
I mean, the whole game is negative.
Well, then please talk about something else. Talk about Suicide Squad for Bills of Justice League.
There's nothing
Luke,
new
please,
about
then
that.
talk about something positive. Gosh darn it. How come I'm always supposed to talk about things that are positive and you
That was
can't say
rad.
anything positive?
You're a nicer person than me?
Well, then try to pretend to be me for once. Please.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you want me to.
Pretend to be me. Mimic me right now. Do it. Luke is gonna be me. I'm Luke. Go.
Colors.
Yep. Ah, look at that! You did it for 20 minutes, and I did it only twice, and I got second place in your face. The best I got was second place. Oh!
I got second place the whole time.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's who is at the end. I was second place at the very end.
Right. I was
Why
second
don't you
place the
tell
whole
me-
time.
Why don't you tell me about Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope and how awesome it's gonna be?
I got second place the whole time. I
got
did.
second place at the end.
Right. You got second place too. So how does that make you better? That makes you...
Because I did it, and you said I haven't played this game this entire time. You've been practicing for like 9 episodes.
Right, but
This is my first time playing.
But you still lost.
But I still did better than you would have done if you hadn't practiced at all.
If I kept playing, I would have still kept getting second place.
No
Well,
way
now
I'll
I'm gonna
lose.
get first, and you're gonna be soft.
I tried to warn
Talk about
you.
the new TMNT game coming out next year. I don't know anything about the new TMNT game. They haven't released anything.
Why don't you talk about your favorite color? What's your favorite color, Luke? I'll ask you questions.
I don't have a favorite
What's
color.
your favorite color? What is your favorite TV show from the 80s? Top 3. Go.
I'd have to think about that.
What's better, Transformers or Thundercats? Let's go.
I can't choose between the two.
Wow, you are just, oh my gosh.
No.
What are you like on dates? You're supposed to be more conversational.
I don't remember a
Good thing
lot
I
of
snatched
dates.
you up.
I got hit in the head.
Nah, I'm sorry for hitting you in the head.
You didn't hit me in the head. That makes you sound terrible. I had a car accident. I don't remember a lot of our dating. Just remember I got the girl. I don't remember how it happened. I can remember taking you on...
Conversationalist.
I remember taking you on...
What if you could go to any country in the world and be there for a day and you could like spend one day there seeing the sights and tasting the food, what country would you go to?
Japan.
Alright, if you could go to any planet, if you could breathe, where would you go? Jupiter, Mars, Neptune, or Pluto? If you could have any kind of dog, what would you have? A golden retriever, or would it be a Rottweiler? Darn it!
Told you. Can we do a different challenge, please?
I didn't even know that was a possibility.
Yeah, I was actually going, like, because I spent 20 minutes on that challenge and failed. You failed. So go to a different challenge. Favorite Lego games? Lego Batman 2.
I have a question. If you could choose if Zelda would claw you in the knee or the elbow, which one would you prefer?
Neither.
If she would draw blood in either one.
Neither.
If you could choose if she would claw you in the face or on your hand, which one would you choose?
I would choose not to play the challenges because I don't like them.
I think I would choose to be clawed in the hand, because then at least I wouldn't have a massive scar on my face.
That seems weird.
I have tons of things to think about. I never run out of ideas. I'm always thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Today, you guys want to know the conspiracy theory of the day?
Oh.
Okay.
No conspiracy theories.
It has to do with the islands that used to exist but are now gone.
Right, but that impacts...
Fine.
We already have so many problems. Don't make it worse. Well, Jenny. Well, at least there's no health bar anymore, so I just have to win the race.
Brandon
if I can.
says neither. He would choose neither. If you guys could choose to be clawed by my cat or your cat, whichever, on the face or the hand, what would you guys choose? If my cat Zelda would come at you, where would you choose to be clawed? In your face or on your hand? Everyone let me know in the chat.
You didn't let me finish the Ghostbusters
Fine.
thing before.
Yeah.
So the new Ghostbusters game opens up kind of like the 2009 game where you recruit and Dan Aykroyd is talking to you, but he's retired, so he's like in Ray's occult bookstore. And there's also only a couple instances where the actual Ghostbusters theme plays that you'll have to mute, obviously for copyright reasons, because certain music now can actually get your video blocked, which is what happened to Eclipse's showcase of the wrestling game.
Wow, the entire video.
Yeah, because their copyright system has been ratified or whatever, made worse. Like before, YouTube copyright wasn't that bad. Like if you got a copyright claim or whatever, cool. You lost the ability to monetize the video, but they didn't block it worldwide. Now you get a simple copyright claim for music, and you have a 50% chance that your video is actually going to be blocked worldwide. And not just partially blocked.
I have to think of something positive.
So, like the Ray guy, Ray introduces the new Ghostbusters, and then there's like a new, not Janine, it's somebody else. It's a new secretary.
Yeah.
And then Winston's in the game briefly, but there's no story, just like the Dragon Ball game.
Yeah.
It's like you get a prologue, you get introduced to the characters, they kind of like make it in the same universe as Ghostbusters Afterlife. Like in those events, and then they just like, okay, here you go off and hunt ghosts now, and get upgrades and stuff like that. But there's no overarching story, which I don't really like that. I like games with story.
Yeah.
So I was very excited for the Ghostbusters game because I was thinking, oh wow, there's gonna be like some type of narrative to it. It's like nope.
Oh yeah.
Just a little prologue.
Right. I have a Thundercats question. Alright, which is better, the old Thundercats from the 80s or the 2012 Thundercats or 2000 whatever Thundercats?
Both are good for the eras that they came out in.
We don't want to mention the other Thundercats.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Thundercats Roar, the chibi one?
That didn't last long enough for it to be considered a Thundercat show.
Alright.
It did terrible. It'll never release on DVD, so you never have to worry about it ever running into it.
Alright, which movie was worse? Or which movie franchise was worse? Michael Bay Transformers or Michael Bay Ninja Turtles? For Luke and the chat.
That's a good question. The first Michael Bay Transformers isn't bad. And the second Michael Bay Ninja Turtles is watchable.
Alright, Alright, now that you've seen JoJo Siwa, which weird teen idol girl character and human is more annoying? Miley Cyrus or JoJo Siwa? Which one is more annoying?
They're both equally annoying.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna say that's true.
Hmm.
That's true. Alright, which is a cooler character? Rocco's Modern Life or Jenny the Teenage Robot?
Jenny the Teenage Robot was a superior show. It was funny. It was about superheroes. It had a lot of heart to it. The characters were actually kind of likable and fun. Rocco's Modern World was just like gross shock value humor, like Ren and Stimpy, but with like with an Australian accent. That was pretty much it. You got a wallaby.
They had to add the Australian accent for cuteness factor.
I think so. I don't know.
Everything's cuter with an Australian accent.
Yeah, well, I'm not denying that. I can't do that, so.
Yep.
Australian accents is not something I can do.
That's the one thing I had on my checklist. I want a guy who's tall. He likes Batman the Animated Series. He's into Bing Crosby. He wears 90s jackets. He likes leather jackets. He looks cool with his hair slicked back. He wears glasses, which look cute. And I had on my checklist Australian accent. You didn't have the Australian accent, but you had everything else on my list. So you were acceptable, minus one thing. Oh yeah, I had another question for you. Okay, which is better? One of those like ice cream bars with the chocolate covering, and it's like vanilla ice cream in a bar, but it has like coated with chocolate crunchy
You can
stuff.
never catch these people.
Or do you like the strawberry strawberry bar that's like really yummy with like the, I forgot what it's called, but
I don't know.
which kind of ice cream bar is better, strawberry or chocolate? Like on a stick.
Strawberry.
Wow.
Let's do this thing.
What kind of milk is better, strawberry milk or chocolate milk?
Who are you and what are you talking
I like strawberry.
Wow. All right, fine. And phase 3 of this question, which is better, a strawberry shake or a chocolate shake? Oh no, don't say strawberry again. Oh, it's tougher with a shake.
The shake is tougher.
You know what?
Sometimes the strawberry shake tastes like chalk, and sometimes the chocolate shake doesn't taste very good.
Well, you know,
It depends.
they have really good shake at Chick-fil-A.
It also depends like how well the person did at their job, because it's not like when you go to McDonald's you're always gonna get like excellence with their fast food. It all depends.
I have a fun fact about strawberry and chocolate shakes.
Like the one place when we lived in Avalon,
Yeah.
like the King Arthur land or whatever, the McDonald's that was on the highway near our house, they did an excellent job because
Yeah.
that was a very important McDonald's on the way to Boston and
Yep.
Cape Cod.
Yep.
But when we went into
They were on
town,
point.
right, when we went into town near the grocery store and got McDonald's on the way home, they made a terrible shake that tasted like chalk.
Sorry.
So, and even here in Pennsylvania, there's a Burger King near us that does a really good job, but their ice cream tastes terrible. And then there's a Burger King place that they have stuff, but the food tastes like cardboard. So it's not consistent.
Yeah.
So it's really, there's an idea of what it's supposed to be like.
There was a theoretical idea, but it never happened.
Right, but it's not always executable
It's an
good.
idea, but in reality, it's not. always
Whereas
happening.
before, it used to be people would...
People used to... yeah, people used to care about their jobs. People used to care. What is this? No work ethic. Yeah. I don't know. I was gonna tell you, on the way back from Chicago, I went to a Dairy Queen at one of those road stop things. One of those things, what do you call those things? Rest stop. And oh my gosh, they had shakes there, and then the person said, like, what kind of shake do you want? Do you want any other flavors in it? I was like, could I have strawberry and chocolate in the same shake? And they were like, yes. Would you want whipped cream on that? I was like, what the heck? Yes. And oh my gosh, strawberry and chocolate combined in one shake was like the best shake I've ever had. It was so good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they do that in any other Dairy Queen, but oh my gosh, they did do it at that one. They probably do it. You could probably get a strawberry and chocolate shake at most Dairy Queens, because I mean, they make it custom made.
I don't know.
That was really good because you could kind of, the chocolate was very overpowering, but you could taste the strawberry. Oh my gosh. Yummy.
Oh my god.
Oh man, now I'm hungry.
You brought up food. That's
Sorry.
really easy.
It tasted like apple.
Bring up food too
All
much.
right.
You're gonna get
Okay,
hungry.
let me. Okay, which is a wait? Is Garfield the show?
Yeah.
So which is a oh, I almost feel like asking this question, but I don't know if it's so which is more exciting to watch, because they're both kind of slow-paced shows. Charlie Brown or Garfield? Oh, yeah, that's a tough one because they both have really slow-paced shows. All right, which is a better show? Our Real Monsters or
How did he catch up? That's impossible. He fell.
Arnold?
He fell. He fell off the
cheated.
course. There's
He
no.
cheated. He's hacking.
You can't catch him.
He's hacking.
I counted on him falling off the course. There's no way you can catch him. This game is rigged. It's impossible.
Let's hurry up. I've got a
You can't. Don't insult me.
Wow. Wow. How could I not? I could be good at it.
I've seen what. Never mind. And also, it's not fair that you weren't even grinding the way I was. Like, I'm literally like drifting and doing all this other stuff, and you still got second place, even though you were further behind in second. You still only got second. I'm like neck and neck with this person. I'm still gonna lose.
Okay.
No, it's. I would give this game a bad score. Like, if it came to just the challenge aspect of this game, I would. This is not a good game.
This is why you should be more lenient in your reviews.
There's no way to be lenient to this. They need to fix
nicer
this.
because people will like you better if you say things are good even when they're bad.
So if I act like a shill,
yeah, pretty much. Like, because then people will think you're a nice person. I think this game is great, and I don't see any problems with it at all. I'm excited to be playing it.
no, they need to fix some things. They need to optimize it better so it runs faster. They need to deal with the phasing through obstacles. They need to deal with some of the difficulty, actually. They need to at least, like, make the challenges so they don't have to take hours to complete. Like, maybe find a way of, like, making the computer less OP. Because your chance of winning is not skill. It has to do with luck.
Okay, which show is better, Doug or Hey Arnold? Because they're both shows about a group of friends hanging out.
I like both shows. Doug and Hey Arnold worked really well for the time that they were in.
Which show is better?
They didn't age well, though.
Which show is better, SpongeBob or Jimmy Neutron?
Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, I see.
I don't like the humor of SpongeBob. Drift. You have to drift and win the race? Oh. This game is draining
Jimmy, says Cyber.
This game is draining me.
Hey Arnold, says Upton Coke. Easy SpongeBob is legendary, says Nemo. Oh. Well, yeah, it's hard because a lot of people love Jimmy Neutron, a lot of people love SpongeBob. It's chocolate, says Chad, because it tastes like chalk.
I know. How do you guys feel about the... Did anybody buy this game? What did you think of the challenges? Did you complete all the challenges? I want to know.
I think everyone's waiting to see... Does anyone have this game?
I'm not doing multiplayer today.
Aw, thanks, Gio. Says, you know what's better than both of those? This channel. Aw, virtual hugs. Gio, you're so positive and sweet. Hey, Arnold and Jimmy Neutron, says Savon. Awesome. I love Toast, says Invader Zim. Alright, guys, so what's everyone's favorite show or top 3 shows out of all the shows that are in this Nickelodeon game? Anyone have a top favorite or top 3? I think my top 3 is gonna be... Wow. I'm trying to think of all the characters in this. Because I really didn't watch a lot of... Oh yeah, I would have said Fairly Odd Parents for my top 1, but it's not. I'm gonna go with Danny Phantom, because that's the only one that I really watched a lot. Then Garfield, and then I'm gonna say... I'm probably gonna say Jimmy Neutron for my 3rd one, because I've actually watched some of that show. So I'm gonna say Danny Phantom, Well, Jenny the Teenage Robot is cute, but I'm gonna say Danny Phantom, Garfield, and Jimmy Neutron for my top 3.
Wait, the locked on.
Danny Phantom says Sammy Samurai King. Invader Zim, TMNT 2013. Oh yeah, I forgot about TMNT. I forgot. Sammy. Oh, I might have to edit my list.
And we're out. Aw, come on.
Oops.
Go, Brain Blast.
Danny Phantom, Jimmy, and Jenny says Cyber. Very cool, Cyber. Very cool, Sammy. My top 3 is IDK, says I Love Toast.
Wanna blast?
My favorite menu Blizzard art. Oh wow, yum, Nintendo Lover Girl.
Don't talk about food. This makes everybody hungry and people leave.
I was thinking about buying this for my birthday tomorrow, but I'm not sure now, says Jake the Snake. Happy almost birthday, Jake. Hi, Sons of Gaming. Hi, Sub-Zero. Hi, Monkey D. Luffy. Great to see you, JD. Sammy, Samurai King. Brandon Williams, Jacob, and Pine Poyo. Oh, yeah, we got a new member today.
Oh, that's great.
I don't have this game because I thought it would be a rip-off from Mario Kart. Pine Poyo became a member today.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Pine Poyo. You're breathtaking. Thank you so much.
I just feel that they make the computer too advantaged. Like, it's already challenging enough for you to, like, do these drifts or whatever, and at the same time, while you're doing the drifts that the game requires you to do, you'll never catch up to the first player. If you win the race, you'll fail the drifting challenge. So, you're doomed if you attempt it, and you're doomed if you don't. So,
yeah, my question was, what is everyone's top 3 favorite shows that are in this game? And I forgot to say Ninja Turtles. I forgot about that one. Because I said Danny Phantom, Garfield, and Jimmy Neutron, but I really probably going to replace one of those with Ninja Turtles.
also, the drift, you need to get to the full drift, like, thing, which is blue. Once you hit the blue part of the drift, you're going to slam into the wall, which is either going to turn you around, or you're not going to catch up to the other drivers. So they really, it feels like they just kind of threw this game together at parts. Like, the actual races are really fun, don't get me wrong. Like, they're really well done. But when it comes to the challenges, that's where this game, like, just completely falls apart. Like, you can see, like, so many issues and glitches with the games, so many problems, so many inconsistencies, so many gameplay problems, frame rate issues, unbeatable challenges. It just, if they didn't have the challenge aspect of this game, I think that I would recommend it more for people. But because the challenge is in it, that's where a lot of the frustration of the game is going to come into play. And it's going to, like, just kill your enjoyment of this game. Like, you're going to go from a really happy, fun time to wanting to bust your system. That's where I'm at right now, like, if I'm being completely honest. Also, this challenge in particular is really hard to tell when your brakes are actually turning blue for you to do the drift challenge that they want you to do. Like, you can't even see it. Because the way Jimmy Neutron's car is, it's like all kind of...
You can't see his wheels.
You can't see the wheels. And also, like I said, even if you attempt to do the drift challenge, you're not even going to complete the race in itself. Because you could see from the map how far ahead the first player driver is. You'll never reach them.
Maybe you could do 2 of the 3 laps not doing drifts, and then at the end just
the
do a
course
few
isn't
drifts.
long enough for you to do the blue drifting. You have to do... If it was purple drifting, you can do the purple drifting very easily. But the blue drift, like...
And you have to drift?
You have to do the blue drifts. And there's all these obstacles on the road preventing you from even completing a full drift. Like, you can't do it. Like, I've been drifting like crazy and all this other stuff. It's not recognizing that I even did the drift. So, I mean, it's broken. There's no nice way of saying it. Like, the game has issues.
You were hoping to get this game, Jacob? Awesome.
No.
I hope... My top 3 favorites are Rugrats 1, number 2, Danny Phantom, and number 3, Jimmy Neutron. Awesome, Savon. SpongeBob says Ghost in the Wall. Jimmy Neutron, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom. I think I would get this game only for Invader Zim, says I Love Toast. My favorite shows in order: Danny Phantom, Rocco, Modern Life, and All That, says Huey. What was the last great season of SpongeBob? I don't know, United Thrive. SpongeBob was my favorite childhood TV show, and I still like it, says Nintendo Lover Girl. Awesome. All shows from the 80s, 90s, 80s, and early 2000s. Awesome, Sons of Gaming.
Watch it.
I was...
Okay.
Let's see. Tune...
Oh,
The AI is more cheap than Mortal Kombat, says Sora Cloud.
I haven't seen cheap, like, racing opponents in a game since the 90s. Like, the last time I remember being this frustrated in a kart racer was the mid-90s. Like, I mean, that's kind of a problem.
Geo says, Luke and Amber, I increased my energy for Dragon Ball to get a move called Wall of Defense. I can protect people as a human shield like you guys. Thank you,
That's
Geo.
very
That's really
interesting,
cool.
Geo.
My top 3 are probably SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward, says Nintendo Lover Girl. So many issues on this game. What's going on, says LeRae.
Well, I push games to their limit, Lorray, so you can really see, like, when a game is... If I was a beta tester, which is a terrible job, by the way, I would break a lot of games pretty easily to show developers how much they actually had to keep working on them. Because, I mean, but a beta tester's job is terrible. You go in, they give you the game, and you have to keep playing aspects of the game over and over again until it breaks.
Wow.
And then you have to, like, write, like, a big report. I was a beta tester, like, in the late 90s. I did it for a while. I thought it was, wow, I'm going to work in video games. It's going to be a great job. I hated myself. Like, because, like, the emails were nasty that you got from developers. And, you know, then they would question, did the game really break at this section? Are you positive? And the pay was terrible. Like, I mocked the whole journalist thing. But, I mean, the pay for being a part-time journalist and a beta tester was about the same. Like, it wasn't very good.
Chad says the games of this game forgot their target audience are younglings. Why do they make the challenges this hard?
So I'm not crazy. People are actually seeing that the challenges are pretty insane.
Ryan says this is why they really shouldn't rush games.
I think a little bit of development time with this wouldn't have hurt. But, I mean, look at this. Do you see how far ahead the first-player driver is? You will never catch them. Like, they're gone. Even if you went and, like, completed what your task is for this, you need to run over 30 boost platforms or whatever. You will never, ever catch the first player. So you're going to lose no matter what. So even if you complete the achievement, you know, what you need to, like, hitting these things, you'll never catch up to them. Ever. It just, you won't. No, I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. I mean, I don't mind showing these, but I'm probably never going to complete these challenges to get Powder Toast Man. Like, Powder Toast Man is the hardest character to unlock.
My top 3 are Invader Zim, SpongeBob, and TMNT, says I Love Toast. My top Nickelodeon 3 shows right now: SpongeBob SquarePants, Rocko's Modern Life, and Hey Arnold, says Crossfighter. Yeah, and I forgot, I remember, I thought it was Crossfighter, someone else said Keenan and Kel. That was a fun show as well. Mm-hmm. They look like they reused the models and images they made for Nickelodeon All-Stars, says Cyber. Maybe a little bit. And somebody else said All That. Those are fun shows. I mean, I kind of loosely, like, you guys don't have to say shows that are in the game. Some people are saying Fairly Odd Parents. Like, not every Nickelodeon show is in here.
But can you just see, Amber? Like, I've played tons of racing games, and it just feels like this one isn't. If this is like the core aspect of the game, it's not very good. Like,
I forgot if Good Burger was a show or.
okay, you're not even.
Yeah, yeah. You said what? Why don't you say it again?
No, I don't like when
No,
people don't
I
pay
want.
attention to me.
I am paying attention to you. Please.
I brought up a pretty...
Please, I want to know what it is. I want to know your thoughts. If you don't tell me your thoughts, I won't eat for 4 weeks. Please tell me what your thought was. Please, I do care.
I'm actually pretty decent at kart racing games, and this game is making me question everything about my skills in racing games. Like, it's completely, like, taking me in a back alley and just, like, pounded on me. To the point where it's like, I don't want to look at this game tomorrow. I really don't. Like, I'm starting to hate this game.
Which game do you think is going to stress you more out? This game or Gotham Knights? It's a close...
At least I can take out my frustration on people talking about weird crap by pounding them in the face. Like, interrupting them and, like, you know,
It would be hilarious. It would be hilarious if somebody like I don't know, had like a clip of Arnold going "shut up," like, or something. Like, if they were talking about something really dumb, you could like have clips of people like responding.
I don't want to
You
highlight.
don't want to have controversy.
No,
like,
I don't care about the controversy. I don't want to bring. I don't want to bring attention to it.
Bring attention to people talking about weird stuff.
I'm gonna interrupt. Like, you know. I wish that I would get the game early so I could go through it and then just, like, know exactly what I need to cut out to make my series better. Like, I don't like that we don't really get games early anymore. Because there's no way for me to really prepare my audience for it or myself. Like, when I'm sitting next to you. Because when I'm sitting next to you, I just like to have fun and I want to make fun of stuff. You know?
Oh, Good Burger was a movie? Okay, thank you, Crossfighter. Good Burger was a movie, says Nintendo Lover Girl.
Yeah, you never... This is just a... You'll never catch Squidward. Squidward is the guy in first place. You'll never ever reach him.
I could do that job. I would be savage as heck, says Sons of Gaming. You are not crazy. Thank you, Sons of Gaming. Alright, thanks for letting me know. Good
He
Burger.
didn't even hit the booster! He didn't even hit the booster, and he's faster than me!
People are saying use your items, don't forget.
He's faster than me! Even when he doesn't hit the platform! That's not possible!
He's hacking the game.
That is not possible!
The computer player is hacking the game.
He's not even using items! He's not even hitting the platforms! He's only hitting like one platform every once in a while! It's impossible!
Good Burger's free on YouTube Movies for some reason. I thought Good Burger was a sketch first, and then it became a movie. Like, it was sketch on, like, either All That or Kenan and Kel. I couldn't remember which one because I can't remember.
This is a fitting name for the game. Garbage Day.
Wow, Luke. Irka. Yeah, I remember those Good Burger like things like "Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?" That I really liked those. That was really funny. Oh my gosh.
This is my last attempt. If we don't win this, we're never... I'm not going after Powder Toast, man. This is my last one.
What is after this? Dragon Ball? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Dragon Ball.
Have fun with that, Luke. Oh wait, I'll be here.
That's not going to start till 8:45.
I need to plug in my phone.
Go plug in your phone.
I'll never join the cluster. Time to power up.
I'm on a slime rail. I'm fine. Just go quick.
That's it. Prepare to play. We can do this. I think I saw those potato sacks in the second-hand store last year. Hurry up!
Where is the first driver?
Prepare to deploy.
I want to... no.
Let's do
Where's the first driver?
us HJs stick together. We can do this.
The fact that you can't... That the first driver... No racing game, the driver in first place gets this far ahead this quickly. It's not possible. Unless they're using cheats. I've never seen this. I've played probably 30 kart racers in the past, like, I don't know, probably 25 years. I've never in my life seen a person in first place, even a human player, get this far ahead on the first lap. It's not possible. The karts don't even move that fast, even with an item. They need to fix this game. It's unbeatable.
I guess you know all about me.
I was using my items like crazy. I was hitting all the boost pads.
What are you talking
I couldn't even see where the first driver is.
I wonder if anyone else who was streaming this did this many challenges.
I don't think they did the challenges.
The only thing I can that this feels like is in Warcraft when the orcs get like way ahead of you and annihilate your village. When you have no idea how they grew that fast.
Look at the map. Watch how fast the first player driver is going to get ahead of everybody else. Like, this is about what the speed of everybody would be on the first lap. On a second lap is when you start to put distance between yourself and the other racers. That's just normal. Like, the first racer should be here with the group of, like, the top ranking. But they're already so far ahead.
Where are they?
You can see on the map down there. Look how many paces ahead they are of us.
Is it Danny Phantom as the first?
No, it's Rocco.
Oh, wow. Where's Rocco? I don't even see him.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Where is he? Oh, he's like...
They would not be this far ahead.
He's like a tenth of... Oh, my gosh! Oh, my gosh! Look how far ahead he's now!
It is impossible. The way that the game is right now, they need to patch this.
I want to try it. May I try it?
No, I'm trying again.
Maybe if you played as Baby SpongeBob, you would do it better. I think Baby SpongeBob could do it.
No. She is one of the best characters in the game that they're giving us. She has a lot of speed. But I'm saying no racing game ever does the first driver on the first freaking lap get this far ahead of anybody else. Even when you play online with people, it takes them at least until midway through the second lap with tons of drifting for them to bypass that much road. It's not possible. That basically the computer is using a boosted item consecutively that the player cannot use.
The only time I see the AI players being this insane is during Mario Party.
No, it's not insane, honey. It's broken. I can barely see the other driver in front of me. Even me spamming my boost item that you can see, I cannot catch them. I'm always in their rear view. Always.
Maybe it's one of those games in which they're boosting way ahead of you and they will slow down at the very end.
They don't slow down. You can never catch them. And see these slime things? These slime things are supposed to make you faster, but you never catch anybody. Even when you do all the jumps and you do the speed boosts that you get from the jumps, you never reach them. And the game does that to you randomly too.
So you don't actually, like, it doesn't boost you ahead a little bit after the slime thingy. Like, it doesn't give you a little bit of a boost.
No, they're already gone. You'll never catch Garfield. It's over. I'm done. This game is broken. Done. The computer's too broken. It's not. It's not even in the realm of possibility, like to beat this.
How much does it pay to be a
beta tester?
Beta tester.
You would probably make about. I used to make about $850 a month back in the day.
Oh wow!
So they
Just
probably
by playing the same level over and over again.
They probably changed it to like maybe you could make like $1,200 a month. I don't know.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Do you have to be good at games to be a beta tester, or can you be really bad at games?
I was pressing X and I was pressing B. It still didn't reach them. I was doing everything I could.
Thank you. Piney Pollo says Mario Kart DS challenges were better than this, to be honest. Thank you, Piney Pollo, and thank you, Nemo the Hedgehog says have been, 6 months for a member. Thank you, Nemo. Says Luke, you can press X and B for items boost.
I was pressing both, Amber.
Okay, thank you. You guys are breathtaking. Thank you guys so much.
All right, so we're gonna unlock Odie.
Thank you so much for being a member for 6 months, Nemo, and thank you for becoming a member, Tiny Pollo, and for super chat. You guys are breathtaking. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, I agree, Alexander. I mean, language, but yeah, I agree with your statement. Yeah, except for the language.
Thank you, everyone. You guys are breathtaking. I think Luke does want to say the language because he is the frustrated.
No. If they patch this, I'll look at the game again. Tomorrow, we'll tackle time trials to try to unlock Donatello and Raphael. And then we'll try some arena stuff, and then that's it. Because we already beat... Single player was very enjoyable, like the game's balancing and stuff, and fun factor is fine in the slime scramble. The challenges will make you bust your television. Like, the characters are just, like, way too OP that you're racing against. It's not even with the realm of possibility of ever catching them. You make any mistake, the game starts glitching, you fall through the map, you get turned around, you will never, ever, ever see the first driver. If there is challenges that you don't need to win first place, it's kind of fun. But if they're challenges where you have to complete the objectives plus catch up to the first driver, you never will. You never will. Not in the current, like, whatever release number of this game is. Like, they're going to have to patch this. Because this is, it's not possible.
How you're saying how you'll never catch up is how I feel in every racing game.
When they usually they have like a volume number of what the game is supposed to be. This is the first like aspect of the game after release. When they add a patch to it, I'll look at some aspect of it again. So that's it. That's all. Dragon Ball will be starting up at 8:45. Tomorrow will be time trials, and then a little bit of the arena, and then that's it for our coverage.
Thank you guys for helping us get through this game and being awesome to Luke and encouraging because he needed it. You guys are like, your comments are like a warm hug. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Alright, so see you guys on Dragon Ball in a little bit, and I'm going to grab something to eat. Thanks so much for helping the video get what it needed to. We got 160 likes, and yeah, we're all good. Okay. See you guys later on Dragon Ball. So just migrate over to the next one. Stream's going to be starting a little bit later, and the Xenoblade finale is tonight. So, actually,
thanks for watching, everyone. You guys are breathtaking. Thanks for all the members and Twitch members and ultimates and subscribers in the chat, and thanks to our newest members and super chats. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you guys in